So it's coming towards the end of July. I've done already a tour of plot 25. So now we're going to do a tour of plot 65. So I'm going to turn you around and turn the viewfinder around so I can see. Ooh. There's a view of the plot from the end, and as you can see we've got the rhubarb here and here. Here's the courgettes that I trimmed back, and they're still producing fruit. And here are parsnips, they're looking good. I've just weeded them today. And we're going to walk down this way. Just realised there's no wind today, yay! This is where the peas were, and I've planted in there some wallflowers that I did from seed, so they won't flower till next year. Hopefully they'll be quite nice. And then we've got some the Rudbeckia chocolate orange, putting on a mighty fine display. And then the sweet peas, that's there. And the cucumber, which was not looking great, to be honest. We've really had problems with the cucumber this year. I've just been getting little stubby funny coloured cucumbers. I have had a few normal ones, but mainly they're coming out like this. Like this one. Oh, too close. Yeah, like this one, all stubby, and I don't know whether that's because they're being pollinated. That one looks like it might be okay. And yeah, strange. There's my celery, which the sweet peas have decided to use for support. The ones at the back there are doing better. These are self-blanching. Never grown celery before, they look alright. And then we've got the yellow bush beans. Yeah, I'm just letting them go over, and then I'm going to try and dry the beans. Yeah, so like that. And they go all purpley. If you, oops, try and do this one-handed. Inside the beans are like this, like a shiny colour, and then when they dry they go sort of black. So I don't really know. I'm not going to grow them next year. Some of them turned yellow before the beans formed, and I thought, oh, that's how you meant to eat them. And then, excuse me, oh dear, sneezing, sorry. And then others didn't turn yellow until the beans had already formed, so I have no idea. I'm going to try the beans and see what they taste like cooked. If I like them, then I'll just keep them, but I'm not going to grow them again. So yeah, there's the beans. Here's my pride and joy, the sweet corn. As you know, I've had a couple of cobs off there already, and there's more ready to take, but I'll just, for now, I'm just going to take them when I want to eat them, I think. It's tempting though. Again, I've weeded as best I can round here. There's the, I think that's Oloroso lettuce that I'm meant to save seed from, so I've just let it go to flower. So there's the okra, just there. And the beans are in here as well, growing up the sweet corn. That's fun, trying to pick those. Ooh, there's a nice one there. And this is nasturtium, just popped up. Here's the Yachin Blue. Let me give you a better view there. That's just been, I'm so pleased with that for the bees' sake. But what I'm finding is I'm going to have this popping up everywhere next year. Because look, I don't know if you can see inside. If I pull that back. Can you see all those seeds in there? There's millions probably. All dropping all over the show. These, I found a label earlier, I think they're called Sweet Sultan. These like fluffy, pretty things here. We've got white ones. That's a little flower bed. And we've got the main crop, Sarpamira, I think they are. Yeah, Sarpamira, potatoes, shallots. Again, they need to come up really, but I'm still eating potatoes from the other row that I dug up, so they can just stay there for a minute. This needs sorting out. This area here is where the potatoes were, so I need to get that weeded and dug over. And we've got another row of leeks here, and there is some more cosmos that has come up from last year. And here we have some cabbages. I've had a few of these. They're not very big. They haven't come up as big as the other ones, but they're perfect, like the smaller ones. That will do a portion of coleslaw for me and the fella. So that's all right. And then we've got some tomatoes here. Around this way. Yep, a few tomatoes there. And the French climbing beans have decided that they're actually going to try and put some decent growth out now, because I was going to pull them out, but they obviously heard me and decided to start growing, so I'm just going to leave them and see what they do. And here is my main tomato section. They're doing really well. I've had to put straw underneath some bits because they're just laying on the floor, but I mean, look at the size. That's quite big. And, yeah, loads and loads of tomatoes. And I don't know, let's turn around a minute if you notice. You see my nose there? Yeah, that's the tomato frame. I was weeding in there, and then I forgot that I'd put this frame around it and walked straight into it. I didn't have to crack my nose. So yeah, lesson learned. More plum ones there, little cherry ones here. Getting some ripening now. These chocolate, are they chocolate cherry or black cherry ones here are absolutely delicious. I'm saving seed from them and growing them again next year because they are so nice. And yeah, there's a few ripe ones I'm going to take today. The beef steaks. They're doing quite well. Look at that, wow. How on earth this little plant, well, as you can see, look, it's bent over. I'm going to have to sort that out. But this little plant is holding all of those. That's just one truss there. I should have thinned them out probably. But, yeah. Some of the Vickies ripening there. The volunteer sunflower. This is where I sowed the green manure, the mustard, and I need to sort of weed it a little bit really, but you can see all these, that's the mustard coming up. They grow really quickly. There, tons of it. So then we move on to this area where the soybeans and marigolds are. The 3 soybeans. Lovely looking plant. Really interested to see what that does, and I'm definitely going to give it another go next year. But I'll start them off at home, I think, in modules. This needs weeding. This I had lettuces in here. There's my Bolotti beans that I replaced the French beans with. They're coming up nicely. I need to sort this cucumber area out because I'm pretty sick of cucumbers, to be honest. So I might take some of them out and let the beans grow. So autumn fruiting raspberries that are going to be moved onto the other plot when they're finished. Gorgeous. Even if they are covered in rain. Right. These are cauliflowers, I think. Yeah, more cauliflowers. And then we've got the raised bed area here. There's some beetroot. Those lettuces need to come out because they've gone over. You can see they are starting to get fairly big, and I have entered the giant beetroot challenge. Oh, look at that one. Yeah. So wow. Yeah. I'll be growing a massive beetroot hopefully, and then we'll pull it on when is it? Halloween. So I've got the chard in there in this bed, and the courgettes. Let's have a look at the sweet potatoes. Oh, look. This one, the sweet potatoes have started viming. Some of them. Really cool. I need to give them a water, but they're nice and warm under here, so that's good. And then we've got there's a courgette there. I've cut that back already because it's going right over the spring onions. I might have to cut it back again because I really like the spring onions better than the courgettes. So, and this bed here has some more beetroot and some more spring onions. It's actually raining, so I'm rushing a bit now. There's some spinach in there as well. And then we've got the carrots. That's Nantes fried and sugar snacks. And onions that I did from seed. They're starting to... They're not massive. Last year my onions that I did from seed were absolutely huge. Don't know why. These are not that big, but they're still usable onions. And there's some kale. I had to take out a row of kale here again because they were covering, the onions weren't getting any light, so there's some more onions there. These ones are stir on. I think these ones are Elisa Craig. This is the black kale where that Lily. Ooh, that one doesn't look very happy. That Lily planted the other day. So, and then there's more. Have I shown you that one? Yeah, I've shown you that one. Courgettes in there. A couple of sunflowers. And I think that's a cosmos come up there. Another sunflower there. The cherry tree. That's going to be moved onto the other plot. Little flower bed. Let's see. Cornflowers. And clary sage there, and a couple of dahlias there. And there's the grapevine, that's still doing well. And the tomatoes, more tomatoes, potatoes, I forgot to show you the potatoes, there we go. They're doing nicely. There's the tomatoes, and the row of lettuces that I sowed last week are starting to come up now. And then there's the strawberries, which are going to be in this bed once everything's finished in there. And then we've got the grapevine that I moved from the other plot. As you can see, the new growth is really coming on now. There's tons of new growth there. There, it's starting to move up the vine now. There. There's a bud opening just there, and another one starting here. And in the greenhouse, because it's absolutely raining and I'm actually freezing cold. Here's the tomatoes, the Bush d'Aroma tomatoes there. Here is the Super Marmande. I've been having quite a few tomatoes off here, so as you can see there, this was the massive truss. It's not massive anymore because I've eaten them all. There's some ripe and Romas there that I need to take. This one is the Sweet Millions, which goes all the way up to the roof. And the Alicante, I don't think I'm going to do Alicante next year. It's alright, but it's a bit hard. The skin's too hard for me. And the Moneymaker at the back there. And then the basil there and there. And this one, the one that I did from seed, has gone to seed. Gone to flower. The cucumber is full of flower, absolutely tons of flower at the end there, and it goes all the way along there, and then it goes all the way up there to the roof. And we've got the, there is a cucumber in there actually. Oh, it's two. The lemon tree. This lemon tree, whenever it puts out new growth, it starts getting more flower buds. It's just going to be full of lemons soon. But yeah, new growth, lots of lemons, lots of baby lemons. It's doing good. The kiwi, I'm really happy with this kiwi. Just when I thought I could do no more and I was going to lose it, it surprised me with the lovely new growth. Got some more coming on there. This here was from a wildflower mix that I chucked down here before the greenhouse was put up. Yeah, and these are just beautiful, and they've come up again this year. And outside the greenhouse, as you can see the beautiful blue flowers on those. And then I've got a poppy that's come up as well, a couple of poppies. I had a root around in the blueberry and it died. There's no live roots in there, but I'm leaving it just in case it's dormant or something. I doubt it, but you never know. The melon, the pot melon, the greenhouse melon is starting to go for it. Getting some flowers. Oh, there's more sweet potato slips in there. Don't know where they're going to go yet, because I don't think I can get any more in the sweet potato bed. I'd like to put them in here, so I think they'll probably just stay there until the tomatoes are finished, and then they'll go in that bed. The aubergines, I've got one starting there, and a couple of flowers on this one, so hopefully they'll form fruits as well. There's a flower on this one, another one on this one, and some buds about to flower on that one, and this one as well, looks a bit. And the French climbing beans, some didn't do so good, as you can see. Others did. And going all along there, up there, and all along there. And there's that one as well. And then these two down here are just some spare ballottis that I had. So I put them in there and took the French beans out because they weren't doing anything. And then the peppers. The plants are actually starting to get a bit bigger now. That pepper there has gone rotten, but I'm leaving it because I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll be able to cut the bottom half off and just use the top half. But I need to get these staked because, as you can see, it's falling over. This one starting to turn red. It's not very big, but hopefully I've got more flowers coming, so hopefully start getting some bigger ones. There's another one, fruit there, another fruit there. I'm getting soaked. And that's it. We've got the bay trees outside, greenhouse there, and the shed. And oh yes, I haven't shown you this before, but my horseradish is coming up there. So I'm going to try and make some horseradish sauce a bit later on in the year. And then in here I've just got some spare wallflowers and some hollyhocks that I bought from the greenhouse at home that I did from seed. I'm going to try and put these hollyhocks at the back of the shed there. Oh, I don't know actually if that's a good idea because they might fall over onto the drive. Okay, perhaps I won't put them there. Let me turn you around. I'll find somewhere else to put them. But yeah, I thought it'd be nice to have a few hollyhocks down the plot. The windows are open. Oh, I'm getting soaked. Okay, I'm going to go and then I'm going to try and run back to the other shed in the rain and get the stuff and go home. So I will catch you in the next video, guys. I'll put the Facebook link in the description down below, and also want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who likes, comments, and yeah, my channel is now at 327, I think it was last time I looked, subscribers. So yeah, and Lily really loves Every time she comes down here, she says, "Can we do some filming? Can we do some filming? I've been practicing," she says. Yeah, she likes to do that and then go home and watch herself lots and lots and lots, which drives her mum crazy. But there you go. Oh, I've got some beans I can pick in it. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to go, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Bye.